Hi there, it's Del from Spartan Racing again. So I just updated Automobilista 2 to the latest version, and there's been some changes to the force feedback and the way the car sort of feels on the track. So I've just wanted to put together a quick video on some settings that I've come up with that actually work for me. Now I want to clarify this. These work nicely the way I like them. It may not suit everybody, but it's probably maybe a good starting point. But I've found that for me, it gives me the experience that I expect from Automobilista 2. So I'll show you where I'm up to with this. This is on the Fanatec DD2. So firstly, I will show you my settings on my wheel. So what I've done here is I just use set 3 because for set 1 I've got set up for iRacing and set 2 I've set up for Race Room. So I use set 3 for Automobilista 2. And these are the settings that I run. So I run my steering angle at auto. I run my overall force feedback at 100% to use the whole dynamic range of what's capable for the wheel. I have the linearity turned on. I have my natural dampening off, natural friction to 5%. I have the inertia off, the force feedback interpolation off. Now, the force feedback intensity. This one is interesting because I found that some people have said in some YouTube videos that I've looked at about graininess in the wheel, and I'm not quite sure what they mean, whether they mean a grain, sort of a gritty, sort of grainy feeling that comes through from the wheel. But I've found that you can actually get rid of that graininess by turning this right down. But I did turn it down and it made the car feel really spongy, and I wasn't getting a lot of feeling like I had contact on the road all the time. So I went right up to 100%, and I found it was probably a little too sort of rough. It's really hard to describe this until you feel it. When you try it, you'll see for yourself. So what I did is I went down to 80%, and 80% sort of made it feel a little bit flat. So I went back to 90%, and that actually worked really well for me. And I sort of had this sort of feeling that the tires sort of grabbing the road. That's, in a way, I know it's a really bad way of describing it, but play with this force feedback intensity and you'll see what I mean. And then I have my spring effect at 100 and my game spring strength, my force effect at 100 and my spring effect at 100. And what I've done is I've turned the game dampener effect completely off. There was a mention in the notes from the developers of Automobilista saying that you should turn the dampening off on the wheel and use the dampening in the game. So I tried it both ways, and I actually worked quite well the way they said it, and I was getting sort of a really nice effect. So they're the main way that I have this set up on the wheel itself. Now, in game, what I did was I went to and had a play with a lot of force feedback settings within the game. Now, because I have my force feedback on my wheel at 100%, I just have my gain at around 26. I have some little bit of low forces. I sort of played with this backwards and forwards. It's hard to say whether it really made a hell of a lot of difference, but I just thought, well, I'll add a little bit anyway. The effects I put up at around 39, 40, just to pick up all those sort of subtle road effects. And I put a 15% dampening in the actual sim itself. So don't forget, I've got no dampening on the wheel, so I just added a little bit of dampening in the sim. So that's pretty much my settings, and I'm been running around in the new GT3 cars, the McLaren, the Mercedes, and the Porsche, and also one of the Formula One cars. I think the F10, if I remember rightly. Let's have a look. I think it was the last car I picked. Here we are on this, the FV10, and found that the results I was getting really nice. I was really, really happy with the way the car felt on the track. I could feel a little what the tyres were doing, and those settings work really well. So this is just a short video, just my first sort of hour or so, or 2 hours this morning, just playing around with different settings. No doubt, as smarter people than me get used to this and start putting out a lot more effective settings. But initially, since the latest update, as of what is it today? It's the 1st of November. I've been really happy with the way that the results I've been getting from the actual car and the way the wheel feels. So give it a try. Let me know what you think. If you don't like it, that's fine. You can let me know what you think. But if you do like it, then please let me know. Again, thank you for all the great comments. Thank you for subscribing, and be safe and enjoy your sim racing. Bye now.